stay with the shipping sector, but from a different perspective, from the perspective of the consumer. Seaspan operates a fleet of container ships, and that means goods. Its ships are chartered to customers on long-term bases. Seaspan stock is up more than 36% so far this year. My guest is Seaspan's chief executive, Gerry Wang. Gerry, good to have you with us on Bloomberg.
Great to see you again.
All right, so I take a look at the tanker business. That's a proxy for the demand for energy. We look at dry bulk. That's a proxy for what's going on in the commodity world, whether it be grain or coal. Containers, though, that means consumers, right? What are consumers buying? What kind of volumes are you seeing in the container shipping industry?
Well, basically, what you see at the Walmarts, Costco, Home Depot, Kmart's, all those places, the consumer products have really recovered substantially. You look at the annual basis, we are seeing a 15% increase.
15% increase on an annual basis.
Correct.
And that's in terms of volume.
Correct.
What about in terms of pricing? Has pricing softened or has it been maintained?
Well, in terms of freight rates, frankly speaking, they're going through the roof.
They're going through the roof.
Correct.
And so that's good for Seaspan.
Very good. Today, if you want to ship goods from Shanghai to Long Beach, you have to book well in advance.
How long would I have to call you? I know maybe you make a special 2 months. I'd have to call you 2 months ahead of time.
And you're not guaranteed because there's a dramatic shortage of container boxes to put in your goods. So I call it one of the best years in container shipping history. Rates are high, volume strong, utilization is almost 100%. As I predicted exactly 1 year ago, we would have a wonderful till 10. Fortunately, I was correct.
Now, what about some of those efforts during the crisis period where you were doing slow steaming, where you were really trying to make sure that your counterparties were rock solid because letters of credit were drying up? What's changed?
Well, as far as Seaspan is concerned, we only work with the highest credit counterparties. Through 08, 09, the crisis, we have not had any issue with our customers. All our charter hire payments have been paid. We have zero contract renegotiations. Our contracts are as long as 10, 12 years. The average duration of our contract is about 10 years. We have no ships open right now. You have no ships open?
Right now.
I wish I had 5 ships open today. The charter rates are high. The freight rates are high.
So if anybody's got some container ships lying around, they should give you a call.
Correct. You make a lot of money right now because the spot rates are reaching historical highs. This is just one of the best times we're enjoying. And slow steaming, all those things have contributed to reducing the supply. Then when demand comes back, boom, when you saw people going to Walmart's, Kmart's, Home Depot shopping, just as they caught us all by surprise. And we were not ready to meet the demands. Therefore, rates went through the roof. We're scrambling to get container boxes, and you have to queue up to book your goods.
And even then, we're not sure that you're going to be able to get a place on board a ship because someone else might offer more money.
You bet. That's why the freight rates keep rising up. Because you're bidding for
So
your
you're going to be buying any more ships? Or are you going to wait and see what happens?
We're looking at possible new building orders. What we want to focus on is fuel efficient, modern design, lighter ships. Carry your own weight does not make any money. I want to reduce the lightweight of the ships, to use different materials to improve the lightweight.
What about the geographic disposition of the fleet? Has that changed, or is it still, consumer products, electronics being made in Asia, shipped to the United States, or is that changing?
No, the pattern hasn't changed. It's just sort of recovery of demand. At the same time, our supply side has been reduced through slow steaming, through phasing out of older vessels due to fuel efficiency, due to emissions. And at this point of time, in terms of demand and supply balance, unfortunately, or fortunately, there's too much goods to be shipped. And we don't have enough ships, enough boxes to take them. So you have to queue up, but therefore you have to pay more if you want to secure your position.
What's the most popular? What are some of the most popular items being put into containers and shipped to the United States today?
Electronic goods, iPhones.
Electronics, iPhones.
Yes.
You
have to wait for long.
Containers full of iPhones.
Oh yeah, you have to wait for a long time to get the iPhones, right? You go to Apple
You have
stores.
an iPhone?
I don't. I use BlackBerry.
Ah, all right. Well, maybe you ship a couple more on those containers, you'll get the iPhone. I want to thank you very much, Gerry Wang, coming to us as the chief executive of Seaspan, giving us a bird's eye view of what's going on in the shipping industry and in the consumer business.